Hey, watch fans, Patek Philippe Travel Time 5134 review here. And of course, we got the deployed class. We got a green Jean Rousseau shark skin strap. I did a quick review of this about a year and a half ago, actually, maybe longer. And you know, I didn't wear the watch for quite a while. I've been wearing it a lot lately. And you know what? I think this is the next sleeper watch. Now, look, we all know the watch market is dead, floating face down in the pool, dropping faster than Bill Clinton's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse. We know what's going on. But interesting, this watch has been quite stable. It was never one of the hot watches from Patek, and I think it's really a sleeper. You can probably pick one of these up for about 20 grand, maybe a little more, maybe a little bit less. Excuse me. I got this with box papers for just around 20. Incredible dial. Obviously, we got the travel time function, if you know what that is. You got the home time up top, 24-hour function, and where that one, you see the black hour marker, hour whatever it is, indicator, the hour hand, yeah. It's so that is where the home time is, and the gold ones are where I'm currently at right now. And you can adjust the current time with the function, the pushers on the left side over there. It's actually very practical. It took me a while to get into it. That's why I didn't wear it for quite a while. I couldn't figure out how to use it quite right. You have to kind of get the hang of it because I got mixed up. The 2 hour markers, they kind of look the same. The hour hands, I should say, they look kind of the same, but it takes a little while to get used to it. It's kind of this watch is an acquired taste. That's really what it is. It's a manual wind, which is fun. To get it wound every day. I do it every day. I guess you could do it maybe 30 hours. Who knows? But I like to wake up, wind it. Beautiful texture, beautiful details here. And of course, we got a beautiful display back. I can't show it to you because I only got one hand that I'm using for this right now. Now, here's the thing. This watch, it's a dress watch, but at the same time, it's very modern. It's a very modern watch. It's kind of a classic. I mean, the fonts on the hour markers, everything is really, it's just right. I mean, it's just right. There's been thought put into this thing. Now, this does come in, I think you could do this in, what is it, white gold? This is yellow gold. I believe there's also a limited edition, a boutique edition that they did for a Boucherer. Who is it? Boucherer? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, they did a boutique edition, which is rose gold, brown dial, I believe. But the problem with that watch is that the hour or the minute hands, they kind of look the same. So I don't think that watch is too useful. But yeah, this is really good. Again, it's about 20 grand, probably ballpark, box papers. And again, look, if you're buying a modern Patek, meaning anything in the last 25 years, you got to have box papers. Meaning anything 95 and after. Maybe I would say year 2000 and after. You got to really have the box papers. You got to have the full set. Because the Patek buyers are very finicky people, yeah, look, I think this again far superior to any of the size. I should say, look, my wrist is kind of small. I normally wear a 36, and this actually fits perfectly on my wrist. Although I have it loose, I have it kind of set loose, so it's not. I know it looks too big in the video, but it's actually not. Just I'm wearing it pretty loose here. Again, it's a bespoke strap. I put in only like 2 holes or whatever, 3 holes. And yeah, very nice watch. It's got a heft to it. It's obviously gold, solid gold. I think it's far superior to these kind of retro watches that Patek is doing now, which I think are kind of ridiculous. They're really ridiculous watches. Again, you either have a sports watch or you have a dress watch. If it's a sports watch, that means you can go swimming in it. I mean, it's not something you mind getting wet. Now, these Patek watches that they have now with these kind of retro funky, they're like 38, 39 millimeters. I don't understand it. I mean, are you going to go swimming in those watches? I don't think so. I'm not going to go swimming in this, obviously. I mean, I don't even know if it's water resistant. I have no idea. I'm not planning to get this wet, but again, really wonderful dial. The more you get into it, it's got so much going on. As you can see here, I'm trying to give you some. Yeah, there's a lot of play with the light. Yeah. Anyhow, bottom line in terms of the watches in the Patek lineup, I think this is really one of the big sleepers. Now, I don't know if you remember about 2 years ago, I got that 3940, the perpetual calendar. I did a review on here on YouTube, and that watch, that's actually done quite well in the market. Again, I'm not here to give you investment advice with watches, but yeah, the 3940 was a sleeper then. I think this is the sleeper now. And just I traded in for that 3940. I traded in the 5396R. That was the annual calendar, with the baguette diamonds, which I think is kind of a garbage watch between you and me. I think really Patek has kind of missed a couple steps in their dress watch lineup. It's just they're a little bit awkward. Some of their watches now, they're a little bit awkward. The size is not quite right. They're a little bit bulky. It's something they're just missing a step there. I believe this over here, the travel time, it was kind of one of the last. It's a sports. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's a sports watch, but it's a very modern dress watch. It's not a fussy grandpa watch. I mean, again, I have it on a green shark skin strap, but if you put this on a suede strap, you get this from what is it? Emile Lafont? There's another French brand that does straps. Lafont, something Lafont. Anyway, either Jean Rousseau or one of the others. I think if you put this on a beige, sort of like a beige suede strap, it would look amazing and much more casual. The green is a little bit, this is a little bit flashy, to be honest. This is a little bit like, you're not going to see this anywhere else. I mean, if you see another one, if you see this watch somewhere else, it's probably me wearing it. I don't think there's anybody else who's done this. But yeah, it's kind of fun. I think, again, suede would be the ideal thing on this, and it's very discreet. It's not something that anybody knows what this is. I mean, look, the people who know, right? It's for the cognoscenti. It's not for the hoi polloi, the riffraff who are looking for the Nautilus or whatever it is. Nobody knows what this watch is, except for the people that count, right? Anyhow, pretty cool the way I just the Patek name is right there, kind of on the side, by where the 3-hour marker is. Pretty cool. I mean, I think it's it's a very modern. It's one of the most modern dress watches. It may be the most modern dress watch that they've done, and it's very practical. Again, if you can pick this up for 20 grand, it's I think it's a really good deal. Really good deal. I think I think I even saw one for 18. I've seen them for 26, but again, the market for watches is very, very, it's weak right now. So, and this watch is not hot. It's like cold. It's probably very cold. So if you can steal one of these for like 18 grand, I think you're going to do quite well over the long term. Again, look, you're not going to get rich with this. I mean, look, if you get this for 20 grand, you can expect that, it'll compound 5% a year or whatever it is. But hey, you know what? I thought the same when I got my AP, the owl with the moon face, and that thing tripled. But that was kind of insane. We've been had an insane market the last couple of years. I think that's not gonna come back for quite a while. You can basically expect get to buy these watches at the right price, and you'll be compounding your money 5% a year here's what you got to realize. The cost of production is going up. Labor prices are not going down. These things are made in Switzerland, very, very expensive country. I was there just a couple months ago. Actually, I missed going to the museum, the Patek Museum. I went to I guess they call it the Grand Salon, which is really great experience. You know, they treat you like $1,000,000, even though they have nothing for sale. And I wasn't buying anything. It was kind of embarrassing because I was wearing my Rolex, my Rolex Thunderbird when I walked in. And the guy made a joke that they had to throw me out, but no, no, it's very nice. They gave me a couple of watches to try on. They gave me espresso, chocolate, sit down. It's a beautiful place. If you go to Geneva, I highly recommend you go there. And again, one of the great things about Geneva is I don't know if you guys like cigars, but hey, that is the only place in Europe where you can get Cuban cigars these days. And the Geneva people were I mean, this is a very boring town. I mean, this was my first time in Geneva. There's really nothing there to do. It's a day trip. It's a day trip in reality. But yeah, I think, again, I tried on a couple of their modern watches. They just don't fit me. I think they're very awkward. It's very sad, I think. But look, Patek they've had hits and misses. I mean, they've had some, they got the Neptune that they did, back in the day, which was a dud. They had a bunch of watches that people forget about that were complete duds. And, then sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. I think this one is that sleeper. And, I'd give this watch about 5 years. In about 5 years, I think these are going to be kind of like really hot because it's timeless. It's very modern. It's a modern design. It's the right size. I mean, I think it's 37 or 38 millimeter. I don't know but it's bigger than 36. It's significantly bigger than my Perpetual, than the 3940. But yeah, great watch. Highly recommend it. And anyway, let me know what you guys think. Leave your nasty comments down below. See you in the next video.